everyone? It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. And we have here the one and only Jose Benavidez, senior in the house. How's training camp, man, for
Hey,
Anthony
what's up,
Yard?
man? Thank you so much for the invite. Everything's going well. We're here in Miami, Florida, training. Super excited, super happy about this opportunity to fight Anthony Yard in Saudi, man. It's very, very, very happy news, and we're super excited, and motivated.
Tell me, obviously, you're at light heavy. And Anthony Yard's been around the block for quite some time. What's the motivation on this camp per se, coming into this fight?
Well, the big motivation, we're fighting a guy that he's been at 175 for a long time. He fought the Crusher and he fought Benavidez. He hit Benavidez with a good punch and he stumbled Benavidez, and man, it was an exciting fight. And Benavidez came and stopped him, but I think that Anthony Yar has a lot of power, and he only has two losses. And I think that's a very dangerous fight for us, But at the end of the day, I think that David's on another level, and we can't just win that fight. He has to look spectacular in order to be climbing the ladder, and keep proving himself and getting those big fights. Uh, and that's the plan, to train hard, stay focused and disciplined, and come and give the fans a good show.
Right, right. Um, as far as the IQ is concerned, as far as looking at all the guys that you've been sharing the ring with, you guys have, you know, been in the with Boo Boo Andres, Caleb Plant. As far as Anthony Yard is concerned, where do you feel like his IQ level among some of those guys I mentioned?
Like I said, I want to say this is the toughest fight in our career. IQ is good, discipline is good, power is good, and I think that Anthony Yard has fought two of the best fighters in that division, and he's gonna come at his best, man. Uh, we see that he does have a lot of power. So it's a tough fight that we can't sleep on it. I think that at the end of the day, we got to keep proving ourselves. And even though I think David is a side, it's a tough fight, man. It's a tough fight. We gotta be super prepared for that date, and that's what we're doing, man. Like I said, we want to give the fans a show, and we want to prove where David's at, and make history one day.
100%, 100%. So, what do you think about the card per se? Obviously, you do have better beef on that card as well, and I know that you mentioned that, that's a fight down the line. I mean, what do you think about the whole card per se?
Man, it's a stack card. Man, it's an honor to be fighting in this card. We got Devin Haney fighting for a title. We have Bam Bang, a great, great fighter, a great, great champion. And then we have Better Beef also in that card. It's going to be, if I'm not mistaken, Night of Champions. And for us to be the main event, man, that's something super big, super excited. Like I said, that's why we're training super hard. And, you know, we have all these guys that are super good and very talented, but we cannot let these guys steal the show. We have to steal the show, and it's a big motivation. It's an honor to fight with all these guys on the undercard. Man, it's a I don't even want to say it's an undercard, because all these guys are champions and great champions and fighters that are very exciting, So we can't sleep on that either, So it's a little bit more pressure, but we're working hard to steal the show.
I love it. I love it. We had obviously one of the biggest fights in this decade a couple days ago, Crawford and Canelo. Tell me, man, what's your reaction to that fight?
First of all, I want to send a big congratulations to Terence Crawford. Did a phenomenal job, To be honest, man, I didn't see it. I like Terence Crawford. I like his boxing skills, but I'm gonna admit, man, it was just too hard for me to give him a win, man. And coming up three divisions, making something impossible is like a Rocky movie, Uh, I did a couple of interviews and I said, well, the only way that Crawford, because anybody has a chance when they're up in the ring there is to tap and move, and just win the fight. But this guy went in there, he tapped and moved, and he stayed in there to bang with Canelo, and he got the best out of Canelo. So that was very surprising, the way that he was moving left, right, and confusing Canelo, and he made Canelo, to me, in my opinion, man, look like an amateur, a guy that small. So uh, it was unbelievable, and a big congratulations to him. He did phenomenal, pound for pound, the best, and he proved everybody wrong. And he did a great job, man. I think Canelo tried everything he could, but like I've been saying, he's been fighting since he was 15 years old, man. I think he's been very disciplined. He had a lot of fights, and Terence Ware, man, I think caught up to him. And even he admitted that night that he won it, but the body couldn't go. So um, we all see that coming. So at the end of the day, I don't want to take the credit away from Terence Crawford. He did a great job. From the beginning, the first round, he was looking sharp. He was making, uh, throwing those combinations, moving left, right. He was very awkward on his style. He figured Canelo out. He frustrated Canelo, and man, he looked amazing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Um, Tell me, did you feel like there was a moment there that Canelo could have possibly been stopped?
Yeah, I think if Terence Crawford would have push the gas a little bit, maybe like in the eighth, ninth, and really, really risk. But I understand that he didn't want to risk because, man, he was winning all the rounds pretty much, in my opinion. So why risk if you already got the fight won? So, but he did push it on the 12th round, and he hurt Canelo. But I think if he would have done something like that, like a little bit early, I think he could have stopped Canelo, in my opinion.
Mm. Tell me, do you feel like the people would show up for a rematch? Do you feel like that is worthy,
I
or
don't
do you?
think, in my opinion, I don't think it's worth a rematch. Maybe if it was a little bit closer, and if there was back and forth action. It was all Terence Crawford, man. People are gonna probably think that I hate Canelo. No, I was going for Canelo to knock out Terence Crawford because of the weight. You know, I didn't see Terence Crawford. I'm not gonna come and see. I knew that and say that I knew that Terence was gonna beat him. No, I didn't. No, I to be honest, I thought, man, this is impossible, man. It's like three ways. He only fought one at 154. So it's impossible, man. It's Canelo's just too big. Uh, but like I said, he proved us wrong, and I don't think a rematch really people are going to be happy about it, or I mean, I think Canelo doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford again. He's gonna
Mm.
humiliate him again. And I think at this time maybe Crawford could stop him. You know, to be honest with you, like he said, he wanted to do it, but the body just didn't respond. But I tell you something, if he fights Jake Paul, that would be a big, big fight. Maybe even a bigger fight than Terence Crawford. Because at the end of the day, I think Terence Crawford doesn't bring a lot of people like Canelo. Canelo brought all that people. And it was amazed how much people he brought in because they were thinking that he was going to beat Terence Crawford. But I think that Jake Paul does have a lot of YouTubers and people that like boxing also, I think. And I think that, in my opinion, man, hopefully I'm not mistaken, but Netflix can make a bigger fight than uh, Canelo and Terence Crawford, in my opinion. Because he does bring a lot of people too. So imagine those two. Like I always say, Canelo doesn't need the belts, man. He's done so much and he's known all over the world. He can bring a lot of people just in exhibition fights, also. So, you know, uh, but at the end of the day, that's what happens.
Wow. So you believe that Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez could possibly have even a higher gate than what they just did?
Maybe people are gonna say that I'm crazy, but I think so. And I'll tell you right now, if that happens, man, it's gonna go crazy,
Yeah.
crazy. I think I would love to see it.
You
Wouldn't
so
you want to
so
see it?
tell so you telling me? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I would. it's exhibition. Obviously, I'm not really
Yeah,
into
yeah, yeah. It's more an
exhibitions too. Anyway,
exhibition, you know. But
yeah, I'll watch
what I'm
it
trying
because
to
I'm
tell
covering it.
is that Canelo has a big following and
Right,
people follow him.
right.
Does it make sense? So they would love to see Canelo beat Jake Paul, and I think he has a pretty good chance, you know. But anything can happen. You know, I see that also Jake Paul has been advancing little by little. You know, I think he is getting a little bit better and better. You know, so uh, I think at these days now it's all about entertainment. You know, with social media, Netflix, and all these things. So I think it could definitely be a big fight.
So you're telling me that you believe that that fight on Saturday was because all those people showed up for Canelo Alvarez because they felt like he was going to knock out Crawford, not versus they were
I
going to be more in a competitive fight type of
let's
deal?
be honest. Let's be honest, man. In my opinion, I think look how everybody was booing Crawford. I like Crawford. I like Canelo. You know, both of them are good fighters. But you can see right in the weigh-ins the reaction. They went there to see Canelo. Does it make sense? So
Yeah,
why? I mean, there was more boos than cheering. You know, so
yeah.
were Canelo fans. So I think Canelo has created this big empire of people, followers. You know, I mean, that's what it is. You know, like it or not. You know, I think he does have a lot of fans. You know, and whoever he fights, like I said, you know, I think he'll lose some, but he'll still have a lot of them. I think. You know, I don't think if there was a rematch, I don't think they're gonna pay all that money to come and see him like the first fight. You know, but half of them will come, and still half is still a lot of people. You know, in my opinion. So I don't think that they're going to make the same money that they did, you know, because they're going to say, no, now he's going to lose this and that, you know. So I think that a rematch will not make sense, but they will still make money. But like I said, you know, if he fights somebody else, you know, I think it's better because I think Crawford will beat him again, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It could be even worse at the next time.
It could be even worse. Yeah.
Right. Um, I hear you on that. Now he's had 3 losses now. I mean, tell me, with that loss right there, was that the worst loss he's taken in his career so far, Canelo?
Well, for him to say that Crawford was better than Floyd, I mean, to me, I think Floyd really beat him. And to say that Crawford is better than Floyd, I mean, that says it all. You know, I think
Hmm.
that was the toughest fight of his career. I think.
And do you agree? Do you feel like Terence had a more dominant performance than Floyd?
We're looking at different times.
True.
In my opinion, I think at that time he was young. At this time, he's older. In my opinion, I think Floyd Mayweather made it look really bad in the first fight. You know, that fight that they had, and he was younger. He didn't have the experience he had, so I would say it was kind of the same in my opinion.
But more impressive because you have more of a knowledgeable Canelo Alvarez now,
More impressive because all the titles and who Canelo is and all that.
right? The titles.
I would say a little bit more exciting at this time.
Mm. So I hear you, coach. So you feel like that loss was so bad to the point that it's like you might as well fight Jake Paul type of deal.
Well, you know, like I said, he's been fighting since he was 15 years old, bro. He said it himself that the body did
Do
not
you think
respond.
retirement? Is that what you see? Like,
No, I don't think he should retire. I think, like I said, he has a lot of following. I think he should still do some exhibitions, you know, like Floyd. Why not? You know, I think he still make maybe even more money. You know, I don't think he should stop. I think he should continue. Uh, you know, but if that motivation is not there, or I mean, he has so much money and so much many businesses that I don't think he needs to fight. I think in my opinion, spend more time with the family, and I mean, when it's enough, you know. But at the end of the day, who am I to say what to do? But I think he should still fight. here and there, some exhibitions, and to still entertain the people. He has a big following.
Now, I see that you've seen Turkey's message. Can David Benavidez still make 168 pounds?
Well, we didn't go to 175 because of the weight. We went to 175 because of the opportunities, and we were thinking to go to cruiserweight to fight. And we were in talks with Oscar De La Hoya, Zurdo Ramirez management, and Zurdo Ramirez to make that fight at cruiserweight. We're fighting on November 22nd. Um, you heard Bomac that he does not want Crawford to fight David Benavidez. So right now, I believe that we have a tough fight, man. November 22nd. I don't want to get ahead of my fight, and we're super focused 100% on getting to Riyadh and making that fight happen and keep proving ourselves, and show the people who David is. Uh, let's see what happens after that. Like I said, I will tell you though that it will be easy because you know we'll be fighting. If everything goes well, we'll take a couple of weeks off, and the weight will not be a problem because we will already there, kind of. So you know, at the end of the day, it's my job as a manager is to get them the best fights and train them as a trainer. And I mean, we want to make history, brother. So, and if that the people want that fight, and people think that that's a good fight, and if Bomac and Terence Crawford want that fight, why not? We're here to please the fans and give them what they want. I think David's too big for Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford will be like 38 years old. I mean, it will not be the same as Canelo, man. We know David comes in and throws a lot of punches and put the pressure. And no disrespect to Terence Crawford, he's the best pound for pound. He's in the books to do history. He did something that nobody could do. But at the end of the day, we're talking about the Mexican monster,
Mm.
David's young, strong, super big for Terence Crawford. Uh, and, even Terence Crawford said that Kavalakis or whatever hit harder than Canelo because the power's not there anymore. With David, it's a different story.
Mm, mm. So tell me, do you feel like it's more of the size? I mean, why? Like, obviously, Canelo has gotten a lot of grief of not fighting David Benavidez. Now getting, pretty much schooled, outclassed this weekend. You know, why do you feel like Crawford's gonna end up getting that type of stigma, like how Canelo was? Like, hey, you avoiding guys, you're picking and choosing.
Let me tell you something. That's not going to happen with Canelo. In order to do that, you have to have a big following. I like Crawford. He's a great fighter and all that, but he doesn't have a big following. I don't think that he's going to steal Canelo's fans. You know, I
No,
don't. No, I don't think so. We will see. Hopefully, I'm wrong, but
because
I
I
don't.
heard I heard a lot of people were humbled at the end of the night.
Yeah, no. At the end of the day, I think these are true fans, and I think that, uh, and like I said, I hope I'm wrong. He deserves it. He won fair and square. He did a great job. And I mean, he deserves to get that recognition. But at the end of the day, man, we seen Crawford. He's a great fighter, really good fighter, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a big following. So. I don't think, look at B Ball, B Canelo. Does B Ball have a big following?
Right,
You know,
right.
I mean, I don't, I don't even think that, I don't know. I mean, people forgot that he beat Canelo.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but in the same time, do you feel like that's a possible reason why you and the Bevo and your fight with Bevo would be such a big thing because he beat Canelo?
And that, yeah, exactly. That would be good because at the end of the day, now they're looking for the next Mexican. You know,
Yeah,
now I think yeah, people are gonna watch that fight because now they're who's the superhero in Mexico, you know? So
because
it's an opportunity for us to show up and look impressive and show the people that we are a legit fighter, you know, that David is the one, you know. So we have a good opportunity, and that's why we're super focused and ready to take all those big challenges. Because I believe that every fight that David fights, it's proving to people, you know, that he belongs there, you know, and it's all about proving himself, proving himself, proving himself, you know, and little by little, I think we're getting up there.
Mm. I mean, tell me, when you did see that, what was your initial thoughts when Turkey post? I mean, I see that you posted it up on your Instagram as well, but I mean, what was your initial thoughts? Like,
I
if
don't,
David Benavidez
yeah,
can make 168,
to me, you know, it's still like it's hard to believe, you know, when even when they announced the fight, Canelo, I mean, they were saying that Canelo was going to fight Crawford. I thought it was a joke, you know,
right?
because of the weight, you know. But you know, there Crawford's 37 years old. Canelo, I think, is 35, 36. So you know, it's a pretty good matchup there, you know. I think Crawford was a little bit more fresher, but you can't compare that to David, man. And I still think that it's not fair, you know. But at the end
Not
of the
fair.
day, if the people that's what they want, you know. I mean, I just think that David's too big for Terrace, and Bomac feels the same. But at the end of the day, when you get a Terrace Crawford beating Canelo, that was a big challenge. Now everybody wants to find out, are you the real deal? Fight David Benavidez, and then we'll prove of that. So even though he did beat Canelo, people have not really approved of that. He has to beat another guy that's dangerous at 168. There is a lot of guys at 168, young, strong, hungry. Now, if he managed to beat one of those, I think that he'll get the full credit. To me, he already has the full credit, you know. But there are some more people that now are saying, you know, Canelo was old, Canelo this, Canelo that, you know. Um, so I don't know if he could do it, man. I don't know if he could do it. You know, he's too small for that weight at 168.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, in the same token, do you feel like it's a possible that Turkey would still want to make the fight with Canelo and you guys? And if so, do you feel like Canelo would?
I don't think Canelo would face David Benavidez after that loss. I don't think he wants to go out like that. You know, he has a lot of money, man. I think you know, his legacy and what he's done is it's about to say, you know what, that's it, no more. You know, why would I fight David Benavidez for what? You know, I think David would destroy him. I could tell you right now, David would stop him. David would really hurt Canelo at this point. So if Eddie Reynoso knows that, he knows that. Why would they even try to make that fight?
Is that what you seen a lot when you was looking at that performance?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I saw, and that's what I see. You know, we gotta face it. You know, Canelo is done. You know, uh, he's done. You know, unless they put him with fighters that are not at that level still. You know, and still that's a lot of danger. But we've
Mm.
seen it with Berlanga, with Munguia, and with all those fighters that he fought. You know, I mean, these guys were too young, too they didn't have the experience. You know, and uh, that's why he looked like he looked. And and I don't think they want to do that anymore with them. You know, I don't think they're going to feed him any more. Fighters that are not at that level right now. Plus, he's not a champion no more. So I don't know. I don't know. He will have to. I think he wants to fight somebody that has a belt. Somebody that has makes sense. Does it make sense? At 168, it's going to be really hard. At 175, it's going to be really hard. At cruiserweight, it's going to be really hard. Because I remember at one time he wanted to fight cruiserweight. I think Baku or I forgot his name. You know, he wanted to fight at that, but it was different. Now he
Makabu.
doesn't. I don't think he has any more opportunities or you know chances to beat a champion at this point.
As far as I know, they were trying to make the Shiraz fight, right? And also, we heard that Turkey Al Sheikh has a 3-fight deal with Canelo Alvarez. One's down now. If he fights the Shiraz fight, how do you is he on that level that you say?
Well, that's a very dangerous fight. Like I said, you know, the body's not responding anymore. I would love to see a fight with Shiraz. I like Shiraz. He's a good fighter. dangerous fighter. We see that he can hit. So if he gets hit by one of those hooks, you know, I think he could get hurt. All I'm saying is, and I've been saying this over and over and over, Canelo is not the same. You know, his mind wants to go, but the body is not responding anymore. You know, he has a lot of miles, man. He's done so much for boxing. He's done a tremendous job. He's been super dedicated, super disciplined, but he has too many fights, man. You know, and when the tear and wear comes at the gym, you know, when you're training, not when you fight. So I mean, he's been dedicated and training super hard. He said he had a great camp. He trained like never before, and look what happened. So it's just age just caught up to him.
Mm.
So Shiraz will be a very dangerous fight because why would you end up like that? You know, if he loses to Shiraz, you know, I mean, that's embarrassing. That's like not good, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, you know, Shiraz right now is super hype. You know, we know what he did to Munguia. I mean, Berlanga and he looked really good, man. A lot of people, you know, underestimate him. He's a kid that's very dedicated, very disciplined, and I mean, it's a dangerous fight, man.
Before Crawford said that, he wasn't interested in, fighting at 168, not even fighting Canelo Alvarez. I guess once he talked to Bill Haney said you should fight him. You guys are around the same size. You could beat him. Say what happens, and he says, "Hey,
Well, I think he should call the David Haney again, and maybe David Haney can tell him that yeah, he should fight Benavidez.
oh." So you like you would want that fight for your son?
Listen. Like I said, I'm gonna repeat it again. When I heard that he was gonna fight Canelo, you know, I was like, man, that's impossible. But he did a great job. You know, he proved himself, and I think, ah, man, at that point, if you would have asked me, you know, I would have said, you know, come on, bro, really? But now, you know, he proved himself, and why not? Why not? You know, if that's what he wants, you know, like I said, you know, let us do this fight. And like I said, we're focused on this fight right now, you know, and we can not underestimate Anthony Yard, you know. So David's only 28 years old, man. So I think opportunities will be there. I think David's going to prove himself on the 22nd. He's going to look spectacular, and that's what we're looking for in order to get the bigger fights. And we'll have more time to talk about that. But like I said, is if Turkey Al wants that fight, if the people want to see that fight, uh, we'll like I said, we'll make anything in our training camp to make that fight happen.
To make 168?
Yeah, like I said, any like I said, you know, I don't think David has a problem doing 168. Like I said, you know, after that fight, like I said, you know, we gotta make sure we take care of business on the 22nd, and hopefully no injuries, nothing happens, and then we can talk after that. You know, anything's possible in life, especially fighting for all those belts. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, come on.
Smash the like button. We got over 630 people on the live and only 58 likes. That's nasty, right?
Well,
That is
man,
so nasty.
I have like about 100 views, and I got like only 2, 3 likes. That's what it's happening now these days. You know, at the end of the day, we're entertaining people, but I think that they just don't want to show love. You know, but I'm pretty sure right now they're gonna show love because it's very important. You know, they have no idea how much time you waste to. I mean, they're entertained. You know, they like what you're doing because you know they're here, but they just don't show love, you know. But I believe that if they were to support you, it'll make you happy and make more interviews. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know. Maybe you have to put a skirt or take your shirt off or something like that because that's what brings a lot of likes.
Nasty work. Nasty work. I ain't gonna lie to you. Appreciate you. Alan Day, thank you for the $5, the first super chat. Appreciate the donations, man. Smash
Everybody
that
should
like button.
understand now.
Alan
Now
Day, thank
everybody's
you.
gonna start donating. Donate. Come on,
Oh,
guys.
well,
Let's
that
help
would
my
be
friend here, bro. Come on, let's make it happen. Let's break
Let's
the
go.
record today. Come on,
Let's break a record today. Oh my
show us
goodness.
love. We can see everybody that goes in there. So why not show up?
Alan Day, thank you for the $5. Floyd in his 30s profile grew to Money May when beating Oscar. It's a foolish not to think that Bud didn't capture a large fan base after dominating Mello. Mm.
You know,
I hear
where's the love, bro? Where's the love? I know they like your show. They're here,
yeah.
but same with the people, man. For some reason, I don't know why people hate so much. And we entertain them, but they don't show love. What is not? Why can't you just put a like in there? They know they like the show. They like what you're talking about. So let's put that like in there.
Facts. Appreciate you, man. For real, for real. That's so true. Now, obviously, what's intriguing you the most about this training camps among all the others?
Man, every training camp, everybody's gonna tell you that they had the best training camp, the last one. But what I like about all these training camp is that we learn something every time, and this in this camp, man, is it's the way I see David mature and pay all that attention to his kids, my grandkids, and the way he's maturing, it's unbelievable. The way he's connecting to God with the universe, the frequencies, the vibrations, meditating and being a good person, helping people, and all that, man. It's unbelievable, man. It's just so great to be next to him. It's an honor, and I am so proud for him and to allowing me to be next to him and see all the good things that he's doing for the people and how he's transforming his life into a better person. And at this point, Brent, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's nothing I can show David, man. He's on his own now, trying to learn and trying different things and making adjustments. And I'm just there to, you know, agree with them. To be honest with you, and it's so beautiful and it's amazing. Us coming from nothing, man, and still be part of his journey and being with him. It's man, unbelievable.
I bet. I bet. Alexis Ruiz, thank you for the $5. Nah, bro. Big mofo David needs to stay at 175 and stop bullying the smaller fighters and fight your actual weight.
Hey, that you know we just do what the people want. They want us to fight whatever they want us to fight. We just want to give you guys good fights, and like I said, we're trying to make history. We're trying to leave a stamp in the world, and this is what it's all about. Boxing is all about sacrifices and giving the fans what they want.
Right, right. And, he didn't even mention a name either. He just said if you guys can make 168. He left it like open.
We're here, man. We're here. We're warriors. We're fighters. We'll fight anyone. We proved ourselves that we're not scared of nobody. We don't dodge nobody. We don't run from nobody. And that's our goal, to make history. And show the world. And see how far we can get.
And I think that's exactly what he's gonna do is like what he said, move down to 160, get a title there so he can become a 6-time division
Man,
champion.
imagine if he at 160, man. I think he still possesses a lot of power and do good. But at 168, he's just pushing it a little bit. But man, fuck, man, he could take over at 160 for sure, not a doubt.
Yeah, you feel like guys
I
like
mean, he
Carlos
already
are,
got all the belts at 168, man. Fucking go to 160 and
yeah.
man, do it again. I'm with you. Let's make it happen.
Who do you feel like he could beat everybody at 60?
Anybody, how he look, man, at 160, man, I'm excited. I want to see him again with the best of the best. Let's make it happen.
Um, Teofimo Lopez was out there, and it seems like, you know, Shakur Stevenson very adamant of wanting to fight him. What do you think about, Shakur moving up a weight division to, challenge Teo?
Yeah, you know what? I that's another fighter that had a lot of doubts, but in his last fight, he proved me wrong. Also, he can bang, he can box, he can fucking guy is super good too, man. I mean, shit, he can fight whoever he wants to fight. I think he's good for whatever, He's good. He's good. He's very intelligent, IQ super good. So whoever he fights is going to be an exciting fight. I just don't see, to be honest, nobody beating him. To be honest, he's just so fucking smart, man. I mean, and last fight he looked spectacular. Also,
Yeah, no, absolutely. In that matchup, who do you feel like has the edge? The
Teofimo
champion
Lopez in it.
or Shakur Stevenson moving up?
Who are you talking about? Teofimo or who are you talking
Teofimo
about?
and Shakur, yeah.
Well, I like Teofimo. He's an entertainer, and but I gotta give it to Shakur, man. The thing is, Shakur, the skills and everything that he has, man, and how he looked and the adjustment he makes. I would, I like both of the fighters, but I'm gonna be honest. I think, like I just said right now, I don't think nobody can beat Shakur Stevenson right now. Uh, Teofimo is a great fighter. That will be a good fight too, an exciting fight. But anything can happen in boxing. Like I say, fuck, if I knew who was gonna win, I would have bet. You know, but in reality, you never know what's gonna happen in boxing, man. You never know. So I never really bet because, I mean, I don't like to bet.
um, Also on that card, Meilly and Lester Martinez. Wanted to get your thoughts on it. I know that you were looking at Meilly once upon a time for Diego Pacheco, but yeah, what do you think about that performance? I mean, it was a great fight, wasn't it?
It was a great fight, man. It was a fight that both of those guys, man, were so hungry. Both of those guys had their moments. It's like I love those uppercuts from Lester, man. Good uppercuts, but and Billy too kept coming, and it was from the first round to the last round. It was like, man, these guys were like, I thought somebody was gonna get knocked out, but man, those guys have a good chin, and to me, it was an exciting fight. I think both of the guys, if they would have fought somebody else, they would have beat the other opponent, But unfortunately, they faced each other, Pretty similar styles, pretty good. So, I mean, the condition, bro, was amazing.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. Do you feel like do you feel like the draw should have been, I don't know, do you feel like the draw was good in your eyes?
Man, I don't know, bro. I'm not a judge. I was entertained. Uh, I didn't even count the points. I was just enjoying the action, But it was a pretty close fight. I wouldn't got mad if either or would have got the decision, you know. But it looked like it was going to be a draw, Uh, it was a good fight, and I mean, either or could have won that fight, you know. Uh, but I'm happy with the draw. I mean, it was a good fight. It was pretty close.
Absolutely. No. It definitely was.
Que por
Uh
eso estamos rápido para allá, a los lentes está cerquita, ¿no? Ah, sí, por eso cuando pasa.
I
Yeah,
definitely enjoyed that one. That's for sure.
yeah.
Um when it comes down to I had a question about Crawford. Um, where do you have him as far as accolades all time? Do you have him up there? I don't know. How do you
I
what you
have
think?
him up there with the greatest. Like I said, it was like a Rocky movie, man. Uh, he deserves all the credit in the world. Even though he fought my son, I still like him. You know, uh, man, I don't even know where to put him, to be honest. He deserved all the recognition. He deserves all the good things that are coming to him. He proved everybody wrong. He did a great job, phenomenal job, and he's up there with the great ones for history.
Mm, I like it. I like it. Well, my last question, Coach, is last minute words for Anthony Yard and Turkey Al Sheik because he did leave that message to you today. Well, to your son today.
Well, if when Turkey wants something, he makes it happen. So at this point, he's done a great thing for boxing, and he's everybody wants to work with him. Everybody's working with him. We're
Yep.
super excited to be working with him, and at the end of the day, he's the boss. He's the boss. So whatever the boss wants, we're ready here to prove ourselves, and we're here to fight. And like I said, if people think that that's a great fight, I mean, we got to go face the monster now of the division at the 168. Terence Crawford is the best pound for pound. And if we need to go battle him and fight him, if that's what we have to do, that's what we're going to do.
I like it. What did you talk to David about the fight?
Yeah, you know what? I did talk to him about the fight. It's like right now, we're super focused. Like I said, David is super focused, super excited about the fight on the 22nd. And David is not like trying to get ahead of himself, and we have a big test on the 22nd. So let's. Are you there?
Yep.
Let's beat this guy on the 22nd. Let's look at spectacular. Whatever comes, whatever we need to do, we're gonna do.
Was that fight entertaining for you this weekend?
Which one?
Canelo and Crawford?
Fuck yeah, it was super. I mean, it gets entertaining. The reason is because you already know that Canelo's gonna knock out Terence Crawford because of the size, or
Yeah.
hurt him, or you think, oh, Crawford's gonna touch him and move around. He can't stop and fight Canelo because one punch can change everything. So he was moving good, and he was doing really good, and everybody's thinking like we're all thinking maybe, man, Canelo's gonna catch him. Canelo's gonna catch him. Canelo's gonna catch him. It doesn't make sense. Even though he was winning to the last round, Canelo's gonna catch him. So it makes it exciting. And he did not catch him. He finished even better, you know. Um, and anything can happen in boxing. You could be winning the whole fight, but look what Julio Cesar Chavez did with Taylor. You know, I mean, that's what keeps it exciting. And everybody had hopes for Canelo to stop him. They were thinking he's gonna okay, the next round he's gonna stop him. The next round he's gonna stop him. It was very exciting, man. To be honest, to me, it was super exciting. Every time the Canelo got hit, I was like, "What? Oh shit! What? Oh my god!" Like what? Because we never seen Canelo get hit like that. So,
Right.
in my opinion, it got really exciting because the little guy is catching Canelo with dumb shots, with clean shots, with speed, power, and he gets away. Like he was bullying Canelo. He was trying to push him back when he got into a clinch. Like to me, that's excitement.
100%. How do you feel like the Mexican, people, the Mexican boxing fans are perceiving this, this loss for Canelo?
Heartbroken, man. Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Um, nobody seen that coming, bro. Nobody. Nobody. You know. I seen a lot of Mexican people, artists, and people betting a lot of money in Canelo, and they were sad. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
a lot of people were sad, man. And I mean, I'm sad because he's Mexican. Who do we got now? Like what the hell?
Mm.
I'm sad. So I mean, we got to represent Mexico, and at the end of the day, uh, we want our country to succeed, and so we want to support our people. And 911, we need another Mexican brother.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So, you're saying who, and you guys are Mexican. I mean, don't you guys feel like this is like the opportunity to be like, listen, we're the next
Well,
up?
well, like I always said, um, Manny Pacquiao was not Mexican. He was loved by the Mexicans. A lot of fighters, but I think there's a point that you got to prove yourself. And I think we still got to continue proving ourselves until we capture all those hearts and we really prove the Mexican people. I think we're a little bit tough. Uh, and once we prove it, it's coming. I think. So little by little, we're getting up there. Um, Maybe we're the next ones. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it,
I feel
Jose.
it. I feel it, but I can't. I can't. We gotta wait.
And you got Diego Pacheco too. You got two Mexican fighters.
Well, yeah. Like I said, I don't want to get too excited. We're coming. We're
Yep.
coming.
Well, Jose, I really appreciate your time, man. Like always, always a great interview, always a great talk. And yeah, man, to the next time, good luck in your training camp. And to the next time.
And I just want to thank everybody, man. The next time, please push that like button, man. We got to have more shows like this, man. I really enjoy your show, man. It got me more hype, more motivated, man. And thank you so much for the invite, man. But we got to push those likes. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. I
Thank you,
appreciate you,
bro.
brother. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye.
Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We got over 447 people on the YouTube. Let's get these likes up. Let's get the call-ins. We got the call-ins are now available on Instagram Live. If you want to call in and let's talk some boxing for just a little bit, we got that time. That time is now. So salute to everybody on the live. Really appreciate you guys for tapping in as well, man. Always a pleasure. Tell David to sign that contract. He's ducking Bud. Damn, so it's like that already? Damn, Bud just fought. He's already ducking Benavidez. What the hell? Talk to me nice. What's going on, champ? First caller coming in. DMV Nation. What's going on? What's good, man? How you feeling? Man, good, man. Just another beautiful day. Just another day. Same here, same here. Over here contemplating if I want to chop these locks off or not, man. Join the team, man. Okay. Yeah, you funny. Yeah. Real talk. Nah, what's going on, though, man? Who you interviewed yesterday? Who all you got to interview? Oh, man, I've been interviewing all day. Um, Shit. I mean, we just got off the interview right now with Jose Benavidez Sr. Obviously Turkey Al Sheikh posted that message saying, "Hey, can Benavidez make 168 pounds?" And Senior says, "Yes, he can." He says the fight wouldn't be, not fair. Obviously everyone's expecting that. Yeah, he's saying this because of Crawford, right? But then you got Crawford's team saying that that's not a good fight. That's not a fight that they're willing to want to take, and rather go down to 160 and grab a title there, which makes sense. Makes perfect sense. I don't really feel as though he should entertain a fight with David Benavidez. It's nothing really. It's nothing for him to gain. I mean, for all that, I would prefer him to fight Boots. You know what I mean? You know. Say it again. Say it again, because the chat want to hear what you said. Say it again. You want to see him say who? I would prefer him to fight Boots over David Benavidez. That's if he has to fight. Oh, prefer. You know what I mean? Honestly, I really don't feel as though he should fight either one of them because there's nothing really. I mean, it's always something to gain, but he's proved enough, man. Come on now. At this point, I feel like they lining people up just to see him lose. Like, this is crazy. Let the man enjoy his victory. Right, right. They don't even let him bask in the glory or nothing. Not even a little bit. They can't even let him get the parade on yet. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You can't even let him get on the plane to go home. Like I didn't like how they did. Matter of fact, it was another fight like that. The Dimitri B-ball, like how they wanted to make him run it right back, like yeah. And he decided not to. He like, look, I'm not about to fight David Benavidez because that's what y'all want me to do. I'm gonna fight with who I want to fight. It's like if you get to that moment, why can't you pick your opponents just a little bit? Like it shouldn't be a thing where it's like puppet master, just pulling strings. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you. It's something. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 389 people on the live. Only 150 likes. It's nasty work. We got my boy Franco in the building. What's going on, Franco?
What's good, brother?
Talk to me, brother. Talk to me. What's on your mind? What's your thoughts on the fight last week?
Oh, you talking about Canelo and Crawford, right?
No, that little fight back there. Yeah, you know, that fight.
Nah, I
Yeah,
think,
come on.
I
Yeah.
think, man.
Come on, baby. Talk to me.
No, I think,
Let's spin the room. Get some people on.
yeah, I mean, I was definitely rooting for Canelo, you know what I'm saying? But I think, man, Crawford brought it to him in a way that he think he was going to, you know what I'm saying? And Canelo ain't really had too much for him, you know what I'm saying? You could see it in his face, as late as the rounds was going, So,
What's going on? Streets was cracking.
yeah,
Talk
man.
to me.
It's kind of crazy, like how everybody like, oh, Crawford is the greatest of all time. Nah, not to me, not to me. And the guy that he beat, to be undisputed, the first time, Julius Ndongo. Who is he? Who the fuck is he?
Ooh,
Who is Julius Ndongo?
energy. He came in with energy.
Ndongo was solid. What? Julius Ndongo was solid.
Talk to him. Solid opponent.
Who do you know legit that Ndongo beat? Tell me. Who did Ndongo beat? Tell me. Man, look, man, you might got me right there, but no, bro, it's for the opportunity. He held the belt. He held the belt. That was part of his journey to get to undisputed at 140. Yeah, but regardless, he had to get that belt. And Ndongo had a belt, so they said, all right, cool, let's go be undisputed. That was it. I don't consider Crawford greatest of all time. And don't get me wrong, I'm not hating, but I don't consider him greatest of all time. The second time he was undisputed, he fighting somebody that had a car wreck. Bro, era was not the same. I don't think they were the thing who was the greatest of all time. They would think he was the greatest of this era.
This era.
Or one of the greatest.
Not.
Just right here, right now, Terence Crawford is dope. I discredit that mind from that. Like, right now, he's GOAT in this era, but not the greatest of all time. They're running now. I don't think anybody said he was the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest right now. Was he not the guy to beat at one point? He was the guy to beat. Like, and he went in there, he made him look ordinary. These things, man. Because Earl went in there and he stopped Ugas.
Yep.
He beat Dennis Ugas after the car crash. He beat Danny Garcia after the car crash.
Beat him.
I don't want to hear these things, man. Come on now. Stop this. It's not, you don't want to hear these things. Let's be real. He wasn't the same era. That's what I'm saying. Hey, he was a dangerous Earl, and he got whooped. Somebody wasn't the dangerous Earl. Listen, let me tell you something.
He was a dangerous Earl until he met Crawford.
Right when Errol was fighting Ugas, Errol got him with the right hand, was stumbling all over the place. I didn't know what Ugas was waiting for. Ugas could have got him out of there. If Earl was focused and Earl makes a return, Earl can still make a push at 54. So
I mean, rumor.
You had an eye there.
We'll see.
Not the same Errol Spence. I don't care what nobody says.
So what happens? He comes back. What happens? He comes back and whoops on Charlo.
Right. If he comes back and whoops on Charlo, get him.
What can we say?
Now you're talking about wanting to see Boots versus Spence. I don't want to see Errol come back again. Put yourself back in the conversation quick. Errol got too much problems. His balance not the same. His feet not the same. He's too slow. Errol got to hang it up. I love Errol. I love what he did going to the UK to get an IPF belt. That was legendary. He did the same thing Crawford did. Go to Scotland and take that belt. But Errol is done. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's still the same. Why is it every time somebody takes a major loss, man, they want to dismiss somebody when they take a major loss?
Talk to him.
Bro, he had an accident, bro. Nigga in the same. Over to the UK and he smacked that belt back and brought it back over to the States, man. Come on, man. Yeah, but he did it when he was Errol Spence. It's the same like when Crawford beat Carl Brook. Gennady Golovkin done already. Fuck that nigga up already. Listen, I don't hate Crawford, but a lot of his wins, they got a Terence over it. I don't care what nobody say. American already done.
So what about this one?
Yet the legit win now he has is Canelo. It's a good win. But
It's a legendary win. Wait. Give him the props. Hold on. That's a historical win. Hold on.
So why you think this Friday then? But please name one fighter greater than Terence Crawford of this era in this generation. Name one. Just name one. Devonta Tank Davis. I feel like that.
Mm.
That's how I feel.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Let him know how you feel. Let him know how you feel.
No, that's how I feel.
You feel like
I'm being honest. Come on, that's how I feel. He's way greater than Tank.
yo, they saying you hating on Bud in the comments, cuz.
You know what Tank do? Tank is the type of fighter he been losing 8 rounds and come back in the 9th round and be like, hey, you gotta go home now. It's time to go home now. I ain't seen Crawford done that shit before.
They coming for you in the comments. They coming for you in the comments.
Tank got to run the rematch though. Tank got to run the rematch. Yeah, but what you gotta understand is this. You got the whole DMV. You got the whole DMV. So he got a hand. What did Lamar want to do? Tank being great. 3-time undisputed champion. That doesn't make sense, man. Sounds like a crazy boy. Nah, it doesn't mean shit. He don't mean nothing to me. So Fimo Lopez is undisputed. He ain't shit. He ain't shit. You know the time when undisputed means something? The time that you got a 14 run yard. Hagler, hands. Go before kids in that era and don't talk to me.
That's the only time undisputed mattered to you?
That's the only time
Yeah.
you fighting a killer. Man, shout out to Zay. That's the only time you fight someone that's gonna kill you for real. First time you do. You know what I mean? All these fighters. Listen, Canelo said he was never gonna work with Turkey. He was never gonna do this. He was never gonna do that. As soon as they give him 100 million, like, all right, cool, let me go just go get the money.
And lost.
Nah.
And got schooled. They took him to escuela. Escuelita. You ever got hit by the buckle? Like, that shit hurt, man.
Yo, did you see what they had posted with Turkey at that?
Yeah. About who? About what? Which one? Which part? You know what I mean? Turkey got Twitter fingers now.
Turkey said he would like him to fight David Benavidez.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. At 168, it just don't make sense to me. That's bullshit. That don't make sense to me. What are you trying to set up a David finger last fight situation? Like, what is this supposed to be? Like,
Maybe he's thinking Shiraz, and it just happens to be this at this moment.
I mean, but if you think about it, like if he fights David Benavidez and he could pull that off, and if he could beat David Benavidez, I would prefer to see David Benavidez fight David Morrell down the line.
Damn, Benavidez is the WBC champion at 175 pounds right now. Even though it was emailed to him, but still.
It's no point in entertaining anything at 168. The man has made it clear he wants to be undisputed at 175.
Who?
David Benavidez. He wants to be undisputed.
Yeah, no, he wants that better be fight after a yard.
Right. He wants that good run. So I mean, I feel as though they going in two different directions.
Yeah.
Bud should go down to 160, as I said yesterday, and David Benavidez can start working his way up after he conquers 175.
It look like that's the plan. Jose Benavidez says clearly that it's not fair. What do you guys think about that? It's not fair.
It's not fair for his son to come to 168.
It's not fair. Yeah, that fight is not fair. Crawford and Benavidez.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see the Crawford pulled off. You know, that is possible, but that's not. Let's be realistic right now, man. I don't really think that's a fight that the fans want, and that's not. The size difference. It just really doesn't make sense for the sport. It doesn't make no sense. But why wouldn't it make sense?
Talk to him, Franco. Instigate this shit.
168 pounder. It doesn't make sense. You're basically all right. Everything that Canelo, you want him to basically, take on all the beef Canelo previously had just because he beat Canelo. That's not his fight. Yeah, but he's still trying to wait. Trying to become a 4 division champion. So why not go? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but
Canelo was crazy for continuing to fight at 168 when he could have went down to 160. Like, you gotta remember, he was actually 147, man. He made it so go all when he did like that. Man, I don't see nothing special about that fight. That fight is not, it doesn't make no sense to me.
they said tell Tank to fight Benavidez.
Now that don't make sense. Oh, come on, man. Now that don't make sense.
Yo, so
Can Jose still make 147? We are.
yo,
What's so crazy? Hold on. You know what's so crazy? Everybody always say that, but the heavyweight division, right? You could be 40 pounds more than somebody, 60 pounds, 80 pounds, and they'll still put you in a matchup with somebody. What's the difference with 5, 7, 8 pounds? And we're talking about David Benavidez fighting Bud Crawford. Then we can talk about David Benavidez fighting Usyk or somebody like that at that point. Like, come on now.
It's possible.
It was Canelo conversations about Usyk at one point. He wanted to go up to heavyweight. He was talking about it.
Maybe when Usyk's a viejito.
Man, that would have been crazy. He would have got baked up there.
Yeah.
I mean, Usyk went from cruiserweight to heavyweight. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Usyk would have cooked Canelo easy. He would have cooked him. I wouldn't say easy, but he would have cooked him. Not easy, but he would have cooked him, though. Definitely. You don't think so? No, I don't think he would have cooked Canelo. I mean, the style, it's different than Crawford fighting Canelo and Usyk. When he went to 175 to fight Bevo, he couldn't.
Hey yo.
Now, Bevo and Usyk would be a good fight. That's what I fight. I would like to see that down the line too. He gonna fill out great at heavyweight. Like,
Hey yo, is Bomac and the team Crawford gonna get like trainer of the year this year for that win?
they deserve it. They deserve it.
Like nobody's talking about it.
If James can get trainer of the year, I feel like both Mac deserve the same.
I mean, this is a huge win. I think you gotta give them trainer of the year, right?
They've been overlooking him for too long.
I mean, damn. I remember talking to Bomac about this, and I said, "Yo, if you can accomplish this, trainer of the year it gotta be there."
You know who's huge for their camp though? Like is a vocal specialist? Bernie the boxer, man. His voice just carries weight. Like, I feel like he gets everybody motivated.
Bernie hype,
He gets everybody ramped up. He's that guy.
Bernie the boxer. He hypes shit up. He put the battery on your back.
They need it. They need it. Somebody said Crawford versus Mayweather. That's going to be a heck of a fight. Done. I think people just get to just say anything at certain points. It don't make sense, man. Hey, look, you know what's crazy? How long now we talked about he should come back just to fight Bird? Nah. Canelo fans, they're a little bit salty, you know. Hey, look, what do you think about this? Or think about though? About the Layla Ali the versus Shields matchup. That people keep throwing out there. Yeah, I'm going to punch on it.
That laugh was crazy. Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I watch what I say. I have no respect for me. Yeah, you don't belong in the ring no more. Lila Ali, please don't do this.
Yo, yo, check this comment out here. This one got me ill. This one got me wanting to go do diarrhea or some shit. Look at crypto. Lester Martinez got a tie. Why can't you just say a draw? How Bomac get trainer of the year? What?
What? His top dog just went 3 times undefeated.
What?
That's why 3 times undefeated is how you get traded again. What do you mean?
What?
Make it make sense.
Didn't Bomac get a title with Keyshawn too? Like what?
Right.
What?
People forget Keyshawn got that title before, his father was fight where he didn't make weight. Keyshawn really try to make them look a little bit stupid with his antics. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You can't blame Bomac for that.
Yeah, I know, but Crawford had to go to. Keyshawn gonna be scary at 140, man. You want to see the matchup against Keyshawn? Story. At 140.
Everybody.
Hey, boy.
I wanna see him with everybody. I wanna see them.
Hey, yo. Body fight happen though. Too much bad blood. Hey, Mel. They gotta run that fight.
Talk to me.
Hey, Mel. But Keyshawn Davis had opportunity to shine if he had a little bit cojones and stepped in with Edwin De Los Santos. That was his moment. That was his crowning moment. He shut everybody down. To be the man, that was his crowning moment.
Damn.
He just lost a little bit of the cojones, bro.
That cojones. Talk to him, doggy. Talk to him, doggy.
He should have made a weight though, man. That big time mess up what he got going on. That was his moment. That was his moment to show the world. Hey, that nigga. I could be honest, that messed up his thought, but he gonna be back. He can recover from that. Huh? He can recover. Bro, this business is a real recovery. No, I say he definitely could recover from it. It's not, it's not the end. You've seen in the history with boxers where, crazy shit happened, you know what I mean? You just got to get back in the ring, and do what it do. You know what I mean? A mishap happened. Right now, he's fucking cute. Abdullah basically done took his spot. If Abdullah Mason get this belt, right? Instantly, I feel like Shakur just need to go right after him. Don't even wait. Just go right after him as soon as he captures the belt. Because if you wait too long, I just feel like the more you let Mason get seasoned, he's going to be more dangerous down the line. I would just catch him while he's running.
Yo, you think?
That kid got to switch on the gun, bro. That kid got to switch on the gun. There's no play with you guys. That's why I feel like Shakur should go after him early. Don't wait on that too long, man. If Abdullah Mason touches Shakur Stevenson like Savannah was, if they face each other right now, Shakur will get the better up. If they face each other right now. Shakur Stevenson ain't going to get none out of that kid. That kid, right now, they all got to leave him alone. Hungry, dangerous, and punching on him. You got to land something. You think Shakur just going to stand there and just let him just lunge off on him? Come on, you got to. Shakur Stevenson only goes 12 rounds, bro. That's what I'm saying. How many 12 rounders have Abdullah Mason even been in? Look at the experience level, man. That fight ain't going 12, bro. You said not going 12? That kid don't come into the ring looking to work overtime, bro. You can get it out of there. Bro, I can go on record to say Mason cannot beat Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to say that right now. Hold me to it later on when they face each other.
Ooh.
That's real talk. Mason, what? Way faster, way younger, and punches much harder.
Talk to me, Franco.
Abdullah Mason could beat Williams Zepeda right now. That's the thing. What do we? Yeah. Abdullah Mason can stop all of them. That kid is punching hard, real hard, bro. I get that. I get that. Punching real hard, not going to stop Stevenson that easy. You ain't never seen that shit before.
Nah.
Different level of technician.
Nah. Who wins? Nah. Who wins? Tio or Shakur for real? Shakur. Easy work.
Yeah, I think
Toughest fight of his career.
I'm not gonna say easy work. I don't think he make easy work on him, but I feel like he gonna edge him out though. You gotta understand. See, a few more fast. Sometimes he comes to the ring and they be like, he ain't in the ring. You saw what happened against Martinez. He like, if he has that night against Shakur, he ain't gonna belong in the ring no more. Yeah, he got to bring his A game.
That's a good fight, yo. That's a good fight, yo.
You know what I feel like one of the best fights for Lamont Roach is? Who? Gary Russell Jr.
What you gotta do is talk about Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz. That's what you gotta do.
We gotta talk about is Lamont Roach and Gary Russell Jr.
No, you gotta talk about fights that are in negotiations.
Don't want to fight nobody that gonna beat his ass though.
You gotta fight.
I ain't gonna say all that now. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, I feel like Gary give him more than what he asked him for. I don't think he really. I think he's overlooking what Gary brings to the table.
I think.
He don't want that wet though. He don't want that wet.
After.
Same way Tank overlooked Gary for years though, but see, y'all gotta understand that's what he's upset about. If you've been calling a dude number for years, he been calling Tank out for years and was overlooked. And then out of nowhere, he picked somebody from his childhood that, you know what I mean, he had a rivalry with in the Nationals. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, but we gotta keep. We need. I love Gary. I love Gary. We just gotta keep him busy.
Yeah, Gary do got.
You know what I mean? We gotta keep him busy because one or two fights a year, and not getting a major guy is you need to be at least 3 fights a year if you ain't getting a mega fight.
What do you see Pitbull doing with Lamont?
I think Pitbull Cruz can. I don't know. I don't think Pitbull Cruz could beat. I don't think Pitbull Cruz could beat Lamont. I think Lamont is good enough to be able to like fuck with everything that Pitbull Cruz brings to the table. I think he's bigger than him. I think he's faster than him. I think he's smarter than him. I think that he could have an easier time with Tank, and only because Tank had one hand. So yeah, I think that Lamont Roach, if he stops Pitbull Cruz, statement win. And a lot of people don't see that happening because Pitbull Cruz supposedly don't get knocked out. But I'm gonna tell you something. I seen Pitbull Cruz get buzzed by Giovanni Cabrera. So why can't we see Lamont Roach do the same and better?
Lamont Roach gotta take chances to really get him.
I don't think Lamont has that issue. You know?
Well, right now he got that issue because he got that drug test, so he try to protect that. I would have, man, I ain't gonna lie. I would have rather seen. What's gonna be the outcome of 130 now if Lamont is staying at 135?
No. I don't want. I don't even want to talk about 130. The only people I want to talk about 130 is probably Shaki and Fulton fight. That's gonna be fighting on that. Fundora and Keith Thurman card. But besides that, 130. Nah, 135 and 140.
Keith Thurman out of that fight either against Fundora.
You can't. You can't.
Yo, but you know what it made sense if Shakur and Lamont Roach would have fought. I think that would have made a better fight.
Then,
You know what I mean?
then what? Shakur and Tiafimo?
Nah, not more than Shakur and Tio.
Shakur trying to go for the biggest fights possible. You could clearly see.
Of course. I mean, I'd rather him fight Tio, but I'm just saying if the Tio fight can't happen, go for Lamont Roach.
That's what he said he want. That's funny. That's exactly what he said.
Oh shit! I ain't gonna lie to you. Teofimo Lopez been running around saying all sorts of bullshit. I don't got no interest in that guy fighting. Try to be racist, try to be this, try to be that. Man, I don't want to see that guy fight no more. I don't really like his persona. I don't like that.
Nah, I want to see that fight because he says that he want to talk all this crazy shit about black people, and he want to say that Puerto Ricans are easy. Shakur Stevenson is Puerto Rican and black. You got what you asked for.
Yeah, but as a fighter, you gotta conduct yourself in a professional way. The stuff that I say, like it doesn't bother me. I don't care. I mess with diverse people, Asians, white people, black people. I mess with everybody. I don't like the way he talks. Can't focus on the world. Just don't fit for the spot.
Nah, I hear you. I hear you. I hope they sign that. I think they were saying something about January or February or something.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about it is Shakur go get that legacy, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I think he's gonna hang out at 35 for Tank and the Roach fights there. And and I'm sure he could get some fights at 35. But I think he wanna do some work at 35 while Keyshawn does some work at 40. You could tell these guys don't want to be in the same division, killing it in the same division together. I can see it.
They don't want to be pent up against each other, my man.
They don't want to keep. They don't want guys like us saying, "Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not you guys? Why not?"
I know, but I mean, because they running out of people to fight. I mean, they say they brothers, man.
Not. It would be the worst thing that. Think about it. It would be the worst thing in the world if like Keyshawn and Shakur were campaigning in the same weight division, holding up a belt. That would be bad. So I like that Shakur. I like that Shakur said, "Hold on, let me get this real quick, because my name is gonna be able to." Because you seen that Keyshawn wanted that Tio fight, but you know that Shakur Stevenson's name and ticket sales is probably going to overdo Keyshawn by far. So therefore,
you want Shakur to get that fight over Keyshawn, not to be funny, but I mean that's more so what the fans want. And then when you think
Keyshawn's a
about
bigger guy. He's gonna be able to go up to 47
when you think
and
about
get a title there.
Devontae, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, you know what I mean? Like you want these guys, all four of them, to eventually fight each other at some point. Ryan Garcia was in that conversation as well. Yo, Mills, I want to ask a question here. Why is it that anybody that at the end of the day got money think they can come to boxing and fuck it all up? They cannot go to the NFL and do that. They cannot go to the NBA and do that. They cannot go anywhere and do that. As soon as they got money, they come to boxing to just think like, okay, I'm going to do my own thing over here. It's just so ridiculous. I don't know why. Why is it that way?
Because you got promoters that run the business. There's new promoters that come into the business all the time. There's new networks that come into the business all the time.
Yeah, but the guy that got money, but they can never fuck with the NBA like that. They can never fuck with the NFL like that. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But only boxing is the only spot that anybody that thinks like, oh, I got a little bit of money, let me go fuck it up. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? What do you mean by fucking it up?
Yeah, look at what Dana White is trying to do, trying to revoke them one, but and try to make payments on his own terms like he's doing the UFC. That shit bullshit.
Yeah, he's trying to limit negotiations.
Yeah, he's trying to limit. Nah, boxing is trying to check it out. They're trying to oh, we give you 50,000. Oh no, we give you 5,000 if you ain't gonna fight. Because not somebody's gonna take that money and fight.
Like I said, I hope they don't change the Ali Act and all that shit, cause
I think Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren, I think they got a techniques right now running to Dana White to try to make business. Yo, do you think that Dana White is bad for boxing? Yeah, he's gonna be bad for the fighters. But over there in the UFC, he gives them what he wants. No negotiations. Canelo was trying to say it in English, but he couldn't get it out how he wanted to. He was basically telling him, like, nah, motherfucker, like, boxing bigger than UFC. Right, you know what I mean? Right. Every time they want a big payday, when they come through, they come fight a boxer. Come to boxing. They come to boxing. They know what's going on. Boxing got way more money for them. Way more money. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to see Dana White now with boxing, man.
no.
A couple cats in the bed, nothing come over and they box as well. I know a couple of them.
Mm.
Yeah. $5 million. He owes a casino $25 million. Real talk.
Who? Dana?
He's the only promoter that got that bullshit on him. He owes the casino $25 million.
My, my
That's what
guy,
was going on.
my guy hate Dana. He knows everything. Tell him.
Yeah,
Tell him,
no.
streets. You hate Dana.
You gotta throw a spinning elbow and knock the shit out of somebody to get a 10,000 bonus. What the fuck is that?
You funny as hell.
What the fuck is that? The Russell Shields, running it back with Franchise Cruz is earned. That'd be great. Man, she should run it back with Hannah Gabriels. That's what I think. Oh yeah, Hannah too. Shout out to Hannah. I'm cool with all three of them, so it ain't really about none of that. I just want to see them all fight. I want to see all. No, but who really gave her a real good fight like that? You know what I'm saying? Hannah did knock it through the canvas, so a lot of people hold that. You know what I mean? Savannah gave it a good fight in the UK. Savannah fight was a good fight.
DMV, I'm gonna get you back in.
That's real. Yeah, but not more than Hannah.
Not more than Hannah. You love Hannah.
Really made her. What you say, Bills?
I said you love Hannah. Nasty work. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Salute to everybody on the live, man. I appreciate all y'all for tapping in. It's been a good one, man. What's good? What's good, Franco? Talk to me. What's good? Talk to me.
Ain't nothing, man. I was saying earlier before then we started talking about something else. I seen Tyson and Mayweather about the fight. So I know it's way off topic and shit, but I was thinking, man, I'd rather see somebody like, Zab Judah fight Mayweather again in the exhibition than Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Zab got issues, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he fought Clinton Selden, the doctors told him he can't punch again. So I think that's in the back of his mind. You know what I'm saying? He got a beautiful family, and I think he got it. He can just work out, get in shape, but I don't think getting hit in the head again is good for Zapjuda anymore. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Like for real, like we almost nearly lost a legend because the guy was on PEDs, Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we even with the Mike, with Mike, you know what I'm saying? I don't really even think that's a good matchup either. You know what I'm saying? That's a money grab. Yeah. That's a money grab. But I think that's worse. I think that's worse than the Jake Paul fight. Yeah. I mean, they're all doing everything for the money, though. You know what I mean? Like Roy Jones getting upset, telling me that to jump in the ring.
Tap in, senior. My bad. My bad, yo. Keep cooking, yo. I just was sending this link to Brian Norman Sr.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like Roy Jones getting upset, saying Floyd jump in the ring and all that. I don't. The old heads, they gotta let the shit go. I don't want to see that shit. They gotta let the shit go. I don't want to see that. Like, yeah, it's getting boring now. Evander Holyfield jump in the ring, Victor Belfort. Look at what it did to him. I don't want to see them no more. It's over with. It's over with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just getting boring. They're having me laughing. I gotta go follow this guy, yo. No, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
I sent it on your phone. I'm on YouTube, senior. Check on YouTube.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It's legends, right? They had an impact on me, like my life. Like I grew up listening to them, watching them. They had an impact on my life, my discipline in life. I took it from them. I don't want to see them get punched on. I don't want to see them slurring. Like that shit ain't cool. You know, like if you really like these fighters, you don't want to see them punched on. But the thing is
Senior in the house. What's going on?
What's up, dog? You all right?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, man. Man, last time we chopped it up, we had a lot of people on, and didn't really get your full out thought on everything because everything was like we all got excited about the whole joint, and I enjoyed the morning sesh, but yeah, I didn't get to ask you, what do you think about Brian as far as the Crawford team getting trainer of the year? I know that you have a big fight ahead of you, but in the same time, you have Bomac that had got Keyshawn a title, and then this huge win itself alone, and then the Errol Spence, he didn't get it, at that time. So yeah, what you think?
Nah, Bomac got that.
This year he got
No
it.
matter what. Yeah, I said that before when somebody was saying something to me about it. A lot of people were saying something to me about it. They was like, "You might get trainer of the year." I was like, "Damn, that do sound good." But then somebody brought up Canelo. It was like the
Me.
only thing is gonna be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it was me. I remember we talked about it.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like, the only thing that's gonna be difference is Canelo Crawford. I was like, oh shit, remember?
Yeah, I know.
But,
You were like,
yeah,
"Oh
nah,
yeah,"
yeah,
you were, "Oh yeah,"
so
and then I killed it.
yeah,
You're
you
like,
killed
"Yeah,
that.
nah."
Now, even for me, you killed that. Nah, that got it. And then the performance that he just and the fashion he just did it in, even if he know I'm gonna knock him out, which I know he gonna do, it don't matter. It's about longevity in this business. You know what I'm saying? It's about longevity in this game. I mean, look at everything that go back. It's about everything. Look at everything that Crawford just overcame. You know what I'm saying? He was the underdog. Hold on, back. He was the underdog. He was the one moving up the divisions. He was the one, the B side. Like it was a lot. He overcame a lot, man. So with them putting that plan together and the fashion that they beat him in, that they beat a guy with what, damn 70 fights, pretty much. He got that. I'm not even worried about the rest of them. I'm worried about just what I just saw the other night. He can have that. He got that. He deserves it. I get another chance, another day, another year.
Not bad. Yeah, 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 for sure, for sure. Um,
Yeah.
when you look at this performance, right? Do you feel like this was a better performance than the Errol Spence win?
That is crazy, crazy, crazy. Nah, Errol Spence performance was legendary. I gotta say, Spence, my boy. I was the one rooting for Spence. I would have bet my house and lost my whole house betting on Spence with that.
Damn.
But I would have. But I gotta say, with the game plan that they came up with and with the way they did that, it was great. But Canelo is a better opponent. He's a better opponent. He's a more skilled opponent because when he got in there with Crawford, and you start tearing back layers of what Errol Spence probably was, you know, as far as you can say hurt, you can say not the same. There's a lot of things you can say about what he was and who he was, but with Canelo, you can't say none of that about. So it was just a better win. It was a better performance.
Do you feel like he can get everybody at 160 pounds?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. Absolutely. Yeah. You gotta think about the champions. The champions are Laura. I think they will be first. I told you that this morning. I think that should be first. Laura, because he long in the tooth. He old in age, but him and Crawford ain't but what 2 years apart, maybe. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I think he should get Laura first, and then get like maybe it's a toss up between Janabek and Adamas or whatever else. And who's the who the fourth one?
Jennebeck, Laura. Oh, then you got Hadamas. I think it's just three of them out there.
Oh, just three. Okay, yeah. Well, I just named all three of them. So yeah, outside of that, nah, I don't. I don't really see nothing else for him. He could, you know what? He don't have necessarily have to go undisputed. I think we're thinking big because it take a little bit of time to do that with everybody not collecting the belts. We could
Right.
just get him one with Laura, and just make him a six division world champion. It don't have to be six division undisputed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all going for the gusto and juggler, but it ain't got to be like that.
Big facts. Big facts. What you
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
about Turkey saying, "Hey, can Benavidez still make 168 pounds?" Who do you think he was referring to?
He was referring to with Crawford, but that don't make sense either. That don't make sense because and with the people talking that trash, even when they was talking that before, Canelo was not a big 168 pounder. 5'7" is I was a 168 pounder. 5'7" is small for 168.
Right.
He's not a big one. Canelo was not a one. Canelo was not a true 168 pounder.
Right.
He wasn't, period. That's why he wasn't getting no knockouts like he was getting. That's why I told you, even with the weight situation, I was like, y'all tripping. That weight ain't gonna be that much. And if he's in shape like he's supposed to be in shape or whatever else, and he not carrying no extra weight, he's still 168. That's another issue for me. You feel what I'm saying? As you seen, he got a little leaner or whatever. So but no, that's not a good fight for Benavidez. It just don't make sense. Crawford is not walking around, acting like he the man at 168. He's the undisputed champion at 168. He beat a good champion at 168, and he beat a guy more his size.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we had Benavidez Senior on a little bit earlier. He feels like, everybody was very pro Canelo, that, Canelo and Jake Paul would probably do more numbers than this fight that just passed. He said that he probably doesn't believe that Crawford even stole that many fans because all the booing. But we know when Mayweather was getting all these huge numbers, they were booing him too. He was the villain. I mean, what do you think about as far as yeah, that is concerned? Is as do you feel like that would be true?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Mexican fans, whoever else, even with what Brian Norman did to Santillan in San Diego, we gained a lot of fans. Even they hated us, they booed us, they like the whole crowd or whatever else. But then you can watch later on, we gained a lot of Mexican fans, and I still get to this day where some of those Mexican fans even said, "Yeah, nah, because you gain their respect." You know what I'm saying? So no, that's not true, and that's not true by experience. That's not true. He gained a lot of fans. I mean, you're talking about a cultural picture, a culture of people that like warriors. It's not a culture of people that just only like warriors that look like them. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's a culture of people that respect warriors. They respect going to war. When you see them go to war with other in different ethnicities, they always showing love, win, lose, or draw, just like the great Canelo did in the post press conference. You know what I'm saying? And with anybody that tried to downplay Crawford, even like Ellis Setback came trying to say, "I think you won," because they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." Nothing but respect. And see and I think that's how the true Mexican fan is. They really love. They was going for their guy, but at the same give props to Canelo. The guys we was up there in the stands with, even though Crawford shut him up, he shut him up. They wasn't screaming no more, whatever else. They wasn't booing. They wasn't booing around me. Not right now, right there where I was. They didn't boo when they called that decision or nothing like that. So, no, well, of course they didn't boo when they called the decision. If he didn't win no fans, he would have got booed. He did not get booed.
So you're telling me that Setback thinks that Canelo won?
You'll see it.
Oh my,
He
what?
went to Crawford. He said Canelo, I think you won. Canelo's like, nah, we don't do that. He was like, nah, he said,
Damn.
no, we're not gonna do that. He said, no, we're not gonna do that. He said Crawford won. He said we lost fair and square. Yeah, I think he said we lost. I can't give everything he said, but he like we lost fair and square, or they won fair and square, or he won fair and square, and we're gonna give him that, and I can't remember what else he definitely said we're not gonna do that.
That's nasty work.
Or don't or he said we're not gonna do that or don't do that. Something like that. Like even the people who was talking about him were like he was doing everything he could to not discredit Crawford's win. Even in the press conference, he wasn't allowing them to do that. That's what I'm saying. I think as a nation, as a whole, as a ethnicity, the Mexican fans like warriors.
Right. Right. No, 100%. Wow. That's quite interesting, senior.
Yeah,
Stevie F, thank you for the $20. I appreciate all the interviews and the work you do, Mill. Appreciate you, Stevie F. Really do. Appreciate. And shout out to the 258 people on the live. Smash a like button, man. Um, yeah. So yeah, for the people that didn't get to tune into our other live, senior, you're face to face with Bill Haney. Talk about it.
can you hear me good? Cause you keep breaking up sometimes. Make sure it ain't me. I'm still good.
Yeah, yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
Okay. All right. What's the question you just asked me?
I said your interaction with Bill Haney. How was it? Can you let us know what happened?
Well, that was my second time. Put the one that was showed on video. They call on video. I don't think they recorded the first time. If they recorded the first time, they definitely catch it from the beginning. So the other one might come out sometime, but yeah, nah, I got him good the first. I had him shook. he didn't see me coming. You know what I'm saying? So I popped up out of nowhere. I went around the guys that was with him, and I told him I was traveling by myself when I was with my boy Marcus Walker. But when I said traveling by myself, I meant no bodyguards, no nothing else. And he was like, "Yeah, but you don't even know what's behind you." I was like, I had already seen the guy that was with him. I was like, I don't care what's behind me because I'm already up on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like you already got. You feel me? So I just let him know how I travel, how I roll, and I was like, what's up? And he had no energy for me at the time. He told me this is the first time he was like, "Don't be surprised." He said, "I'm talking to you now. Don't be surprised if next time we meet or whatever else." He said, "Don't be surprised if next time my energy is all the way up." I said, "Guess what? My energy gonna be up. Period. I ain't gotta be prepared to get up." And I mean, Bill can't mess with me, bro. He don't. I mean, he can't mess with me. Yeah, I go
Yeah,
constantly see more and more. The more and more it go, he can't mess with me.
that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. And then he wants to do his pro debut with you.
So that was the second time I pressed him. He didn't press me. Second time I press him, I walk up, I get them to record because it's one of the whole thing because there was a guy walking right beside me, and I said, "Get this, get this, get this," because he was walking up with the camera. Bill was already talking to some people, so they was already recording. So the whole thing is out there, and I was walking by him. I said, "Get this, get this." He didn't even know who I was. I was just like, "Get this, get this, get this, get this." Then I shot in front of him, and I got in Bill. "What's up, Bill? What's up, Bill? We got next." So I told. There was a guy right beside me. I told him to get it. So, you know what I'm saying? I said, I want to get this on tape. You feel me? I was like, because
Yeah.
I wanted to get his answer. What I wanted to get was his answer on tape. But he gave me exactly what I wanted at the end, and the world saw what I wanted anyway. So the first thing I said that time, the one that's out there is, "What's up, Bill? We up next? What's up?" You know what I'm saying? And he went, jibber jabbing. And y'all pretty much got the rest of that one. And then he was like, "I tell you what, he was like, I said, you gonna go and talk to your team?" Because I told you we was on with Coach Malachi. He told me he gonna slap me on site. We saw that didn't happen. Then he was like,
Damn. Did,
he gonna talk to
did
me.
you all talk about it? Did you mention that at all?
No, no, why do I need to mention it when you supposed to slap me right now?
What
I
happened? Well,
wasn't
I thought
supposed
you would have went like, so what happened, Bill? We're on the
to.
side.
No, no, no. Why do I? Now, listen to me. Listen to me. I've been doing this for a long time. This is not just entertainment. This is not just no. I've been doing what I do for a long time. That's why I'm so organic at it. That's why I'm so good at it. I'm a troll on the street. I'm a troll in real life. I'm not just a troll on the internet. You feel what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
I
yeah.
push. I push up on. I did it. I did. Man, look. I push up on people for real because I know people's energy is not the same. You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I know the energy is never the same. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to be real with you, it's just people just not made up that way. You feel me? So for me, I'm coming this way, but I also got self-defense in my mind. So it's like, okay. And I also told them that. I said, y'all caught me slipping last time. I was a little close in my injury or whatever else. I've been rehabbing. So I'm ready for. I told him next time blows gonna get thrown. Or we gonna get real active next time. You can believe that.
Leave my
And
shit alone.
everybody gonna get hit. I'm gonna show them what strong is. I'm gonna show them what a monster is, and I'm gonna show them. I'm on the street. We gonna see next time anybody lay a hand on me, everybody getting hit. Everybody better move.
Damn.
I'm
Okay.
serious. Next
Okay.
time somebody lay a hand on me, everybody getting hit. You can believe that.
Tell me, you seen any interviews with them that intrigued you as far as Devin and Bill is concerned?
I haven't seen any interviews. I just know that your boy. I mean, I just know that some of Devin fans who like to say when they see me on here or see me on any other site or see me somewhere else, they love to say how I'm here and not there and I'm not locked in. I'm not this and that. But you don't see Junior nowhere. But guess what? They saw this weekend. They saw Devin everywhere. two
Mm.
o'clock in the morning, Devin out doing fake ass face offs with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? But I guarantee you, his fans ain't out there saying, "Devin, what you doing? You supposed to be locked in." Nah, they're not saying that. You feel me? Guess what? B. Norman Jr. was at. He didn't want to have fun. I couldn't get him to go. I couldn't beg him to go. I even played the card on my like, B, I just want to chill with my boy, man. I'm playing my card like B. I just want to chill with my boy like we do, man. What's up? I went by myself and I met Marcus out there. Well, me and Marcus, yeah, we know me and Marcus went together. But you know what I'm saying? But I was going initially by myself, but I had already got another room because I thought I just knew I could talk my boy into going. but I couldn't even talk him into going. So I invited Marcus Walker, that's Cam Walker daddy. I invited him. We was on the phone one day, and I was like, "Shit, hey bro, what's up, man? You want to go to Vegas?" I said, "I got a room. You know what I'm saying? I got an extra room. What's up?" So he was like, "Yeah, I go." So that's how we ended up going together. But I literally bought an extra room ahead of the time for that, and B wouldn't go with me. So I couldn't even talk him into going. I couldn't talk him into going because he said he don't want to have fun. He said he
Mm,
don't want to have fun after he whooped Devin ass. That's it.
damn. Okay.
So
I
you want to
like
know who
this.
locked? You want to know who locked in? Brian Norman Jr. locked in. He ain't playing with nobody. He ain't playing no games. He know how serious this fight is. He ain't out making jokes. He ain't out talking about fighting nobody else after Devin Haney. He ain't out doing that. He got a task at hand. There's a contract out on Devin Haney, and the contract would be completed like always. He's the assassin.
Yeah, that was a lot of bad build up, and a lot of people thought that these guys couldn't even be in the same room together, and then if it had to do with business, then it was business. But now these guys are actually, you know, doing the face offs and stuff like you said. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's different.
No, 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 no. It's because it's fake.
It's
It's
fake.
because it's
Okay,
fake.
talk to me.
It's fake. It's fake. That's what I'm telling you. I know this. I do this in real life. I know what fake is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody got a lot to lose. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Everybody got to lose. So you got to think your average person in general, your average person in general, not gonna risk their livelihood, not even for a day or a night in jail for a bullshit stunt. You understand what I'm saying? That's your average individual. But what your average individual will risk is they will defend themselves. But it's on camera. Cameras are everywhere. So that's like I'm telling you, so everybody gonna get hit. When I get touched, I know the camera's gonna be everywhere. And that's why I'm
mm,
fucking everything up. I ain't know who did what. You feel what I'm saying? Make
mm.
sure my people out the way or whatever else. But anybody else, they getting hit because they're a threat. You feel what I'm saying? But outside of that, nobody wants to go to jail, and that's usually the way it go. Everybody got to go to jail so we can sort this out. You feel me?
Right.
So, like I said, I know cameras gonna be everywhere. Just like on that live with Coach Malachi when he said he gonna slap me on sight. I
Yeah.
said, remember you. I said, remember you said that. So when I see you and you come up on me, I'm gonna perceive it as a threat and I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's pretty much what I was insinuating to him, and he changed that quickly. And he went to say, "Well, I'm gonna talk to my team," and then he ended up saying that he don't want to fight me. You feel what I'm saying? Asked for $1 million, then he ended up saying he don't want to fight me. But now I got him on wax saying he gonna fight me. That ain't gonna never happen. I
Mm.
bet any amount of money on that. That ain't gonna never happen. But I'm gonna definitely keep pressing him about it. But ain't nothing gonna shake out of that. I can tell you that right now. I just wanted to get up on his skin a little bit.
Energy, energy. So we got the call-ins. What's going on, fellas? We got Brian Norman Sr. on the live. Talk to me. Three people on the live. Not one.
I can't hear him that talking.
Try to act funny, but he ain't fought nobody ever before. How you gonna fight by no one senior?
Yeah, Bill ain't gonna do that. Bill ain't gonna do that, man. Hey, look, but it's fun to catch them in lies. It's fun to just let them know they not who they say they are. I'm
Mm,
exactly who I say I am. You feel what
mm,
I'm saying? If I say I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna fight. Everybody know that. You feel what I'm saying? If I ain't gonna fight, I ain't gonna fight. But if I say I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna fight you. I'll fight him right now with his injury. That's what I'm telling you. Next time I'm ready. My arm still hurt a little bit. It say 9 to 12 months. I put myself all the way out there. No, not nine, 6 to 12 months for complete recovery. So I got damn near a whole year. Pretty much, I got like 8 more months for full recovery, but I'm still working to the best of my ability. But to beat Bill Haney, I'm in good enough shape to beat Bill Haney right now
yeah, with one hand.
with one hand.
Damn. So you're willing to be handicapped and still fight him, senior?
Listen to me. Listen to me. You know boxing, and if you don't know boxing, you don't know boxing. Bill Haney is not a boxer.
Nah.
I will beat Bill Haney with one hand. Yes, I
You
absolutely will.
don't think he got a little something in the
No,
chest? Nah.
no, no,
Nah. Not at all.
no. Listen, because everybody knows, just like I was talking about this morning with the pressure, like what Crawford was dealing with, well, not just Crawford, just fighters in general deal with, the pressure is going to get to Bill Haney. It will not get to me.
Mm,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? The pressure won't get to me. I don't. the pressure, it won't get to me. The pressure won't bother me. He's never been in the ring at all. You got people under pressure at an amateur fight. So you got Bill Haney with his whole face card on the line in front of all of these millions of people watching him. You feel what I'm saying? In front of his family, he done talked all of this trash. You got all of his supporters. You know there's gonna be room for him and everything else. And he know damn well he ain't never been in a damn ring a day in his life. He is going to nut the hell.
Yeah, that's tough to be in.
That's tough to be in that position. Me, I don't give a damn about nobody or nothing when it comes to that. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm telling
Let's
you about me being in the
go.
ring. Pay attention to what I do and how I move when I move the way I move. I know what I'm doing. When you're confident, you can move like that. And I know what I'm doing, and I will beat him with one hand.
He said, I know what I'm doing, and I will beat him with one
It'll be one
hand.
and a half. It'll be one and a half hand because I actually do have another hand. It just I can't fully extend my hand. That's all.
Okay.
I can't fully extend it and it's weak, but I do got a hand that I can use to do a few things.
Yo, man, your fight's the only fight that we're really looking forward to right now.
I know, right? I mean, we just
Yeah.
had the big one, man. I'm glad. I am glad about this. I will say this. I was starting to wonder. I didn't ever say it out loud. I never heard nobody else say it, but I was hoping that fight didn't undeliver, and it did deliver. It delivered. I think some people don't think it delivered because
I
they got in
know.
win, huh?
I know. I can't. You gotta just face the truth
Right. So
eventually.
some people don't think it delivered because they got in win. The guy they wanted to come out on top didn't work. They think that Crawford ran. Like I told you this morning, I was up there with the Mexican crowd, the Mexican guy, and he was talking about Crawford was running. And when Crawford backed Canelo up and he started doing the exact same thing that Crawford was doing, I said, "Is Canelo running right now?" He said, "They're both trash."
They both trash.
I said,
Super ignorant.
he's right. They just ignorant. It's about what you want, and people can't decipher from the two when it comes to what you want. You know what I'm saying, and what it is. You feel me? But hey, man, that's the world we live in. That's why Bud Crawford is in the area that he in, and you know.
Smash the like button, y'all. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. My bad. Some people don't respect your greatness until you gone. You know what I'm saying? Like I think, of course, most of us do, because the way that Bud Crawford carry himself, he carry himself like a champion. He don't carry himself like a braggadocious guy. You know what I'm saying? He's very humble. He's for the blue collar worker, just like us. You know what I'm saying? So I think people respect it more, and they can't find nothing to hate on, especially now that he just did what he did.
When I'm
You know, the
Yep. No, I'm
Yep.
listening to you.
No, I'm listening to you. Oh yeah. They can't find nothing to hate on. So you know, the only ones gonna hate on him is the ones that just don't like him from the start. They know, and they know where they gonna like him.
You put him. Is he on your Mount
Is he on your
Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore?
Oh, they
Yeah,
saying we
yeah.
can't hear
Oh, they
you.
saying we can't hear you. You can't hear me?
Yeah, the people
Yeah,
are saying they
the
can't hear
people are
you.
saying they can't hear you. I'll
Yeah,
be right
you
back. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
smash the like button,
Smash
y'all.
it, y'all.
Senior out of there. Damn, it's getting dark in here. Shit. Smash the like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. We can hear, bro. Oh, well, they got me. It was coming out a little weird though. I'm not gonna lie. It was coming out a little bit weird. All right, let me get his last thoughts. We back.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, some people don't get their flowers until they're gone. I think Crawford gonna be one of those for some people, but I think the majority, because he's not nobody you can hate on. Like hate on Floyd because he was so braggadocious. They hate on Floyd because he was, you know what I'm saying? You know, he had the much, money May or whatever else. But when Floyd was a pretty boy,
Yeah.
didn't too many people hate on Floyd back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wouldn't hate no Floyd back then. They want to see the cocky guy lose. They want to see the guy that just all braggadocious. They want to see him lose. They want to see him get beat by somebody.
That's
But
right.
yeah, nah. To answer your question, Crawford is definitely on the Mount Rushmore. It's him, Floyd. With the other fighters, not just just right there in that little generation. Because Roy is definitely up there. You know what I'm saying? In his prime, of course. But it is what it is.
Big facts. Big facts. Well, Coach, man, I really appreciate you for tapping in. I'm about to head
For
in. I'm
sure,
starting
man.
to get.
Hey, hold on. I need crow. You ain't ate enough crow for me yet. You didn't eat none. You didn't eat none. I had you. I thought about this earlier when I kept saying you interview people. You kept picking Canelo. Canelo. You went on this tangent, told me about the power, told me about how I made your
But
point with the picture
but
of me.
but you know why? You know why people don't? They're not killing me because it's not like I didn't say like, oh, Canelo and that's it. Nah, I said it was gonna be a 50-50 fight, but I'm leaning
With
towards
me,
Canelo.
with me, with me. I kept saying, I
Oh
kept
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
tell
I thought
you.
the weight. I
I,
thought the weight, the power. I thought that was gonna be a situation.
and what did I tell you?
It wasn't.
It wasn't. I'm a
It
whole
wasn't.
freak. I told you my mind could. I mean, again, that's how I be with some of this YouTube and this Instagram stuff. Is I be like, so many people say things they make me think I'm the one that's tripping. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that's why I was like, well, maybe we got to see how he is when he take them punches on the arm and stuff. But in my mind, I'm like, bro, Canelo not me. What are we
yeah.
talking
But
about?
he skipped two divisions. Like it's not like we can't just act like that's just not shocking.
Listen to me. Fighters are different. I'm gonna give you an example. This is no hate to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson started at 130 or 126.
126.
He is little. He is little. Shakur can't do 147 against every 147 pound. I know he talked about going to
Yeah, yeah.
147. So I'm giving you an example of what
It's
I'm
like
talking
Crawford
about.
can't. It's like Crawford not fighting Benavidez.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So that's my no, I'm giving you my point of how weight is how it works. You feel what I'm saying? The height of Shakur is fine. The frame of Shakur is not when it
Famous.
comes to what we're talking about doing. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I'm looking at who we dealing with. The frame of Crawford and the strength of Crawford is big enough to do this. You feel me?
Hmm.
The
No, he's
frame of some
strong.
of them other people, the frame of some of them other people is not.
That boy is strong though. I'm telling you
He's
that
strong.
he's
He's
strong.
strong. That's what I'm saying. So we gotta give him that. He was able to push the Canelo back. He had Canelo hopping out. I don't know about the paid no attention. Like he hit Canelo, had him. You know how the smaller fighter hop out and readjust sometimes.
Yeah.
Crawford was doing it definitely, but Canelo damn sure was doing it too, and he didn't want to do it. He had to hop his ass back up out of there, reset
Hmm.
his feet, and come back in.
Oh no, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yo,
So
see, you're funny as hell. You ain't eating enough crow yet.
you ain't got what I'm saying. Ain't nobody holding you to this. I need the spam to put. I need the cat to put
Can't do
crow.
that. You can't do that to me. Cause look, first of all, I wanted Crawford to win. You know what I mean?
But you
It just,
kept telling, and
but
you know what threw you over the top. You know what threw
yeah.
you over the top.
What?
The Yo Hernandez interview. Tell me I'm lying, because that's when you start pressing it even more.
That was the time when I switched. Cause remember, I was leaning like if people that know me know that Crawford's my favorite fighter. Like people that know
Right.
me.
Right.
And for me, I didn't even want to freaking choose. Like put it
So
like
after
that.
that, but let me ask you a question, just show you how much I pay attention. Was that the interview that turned you to the other side?
It turned me a little bit more to the underside, yeah. Because I really thought that Canelo was gonna throw more punches, right? And I thought he was gonna be just as effective as how he's been. You know what I mean? So yeah, Crawford just completely surprised me of like being that comfortable in the inside and being in control. That shit was just amazing. It's like it's coming. It sounds bad. Come back and come back in. Yeah. All right. Salute to everybody on the live too. Mean Echo, right? Now Mill Humble. Nah, You know what it is? I be hyping shit. That's why people be coming at me. I be playing devil's advocate a lot. You know what I mean? For a great show. Oh, dang, the echo came back. But did I think that Crawford was gonna be able to do what he did? Nah, I
I'm
didn't
bad I
think
ain't
so.
got my other phone, man. Folks damn be thinking they gonna make me answer the phone. I hate that shit. But
Right.
anyway, like I was saying though, after that interview, I seen your energy change. That's how I know. That's how I was paying attention. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, you listen to what you listen to what Yo Yo was saying and how he got inside and how he was doing it
Yeah.
and how he was doing that. And everybody kept telling you these guys are not Crawford.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't go off of what people say. I go off
You
of
ain't
like
shit.
no, not just off of that. Like, can I tell you one thing? I was a Miguel Cotto fan, like a big Miguel Cotto fan, and then when and I bet 300 on Cotto to beat Canelo at the time. Canelo showed me that he could fight better than what I thought. And he has a
Yeah, but
and he showed me he had a higher IQ that night than what I
but at
thought.
that time we got to agree that Cotto got old though. He was old.
Definitely, but still at a high IQ. I mean, Cotto's still a great fighter. But yeah, definitely older. Definitely older, but you gotta respect the IQ of the way what he was making Cotto look like that night.
Right, right,
Um,
right.
but yeah, so Crawford, I didn't think he would even fight that type of fight. Put it like that. I didn't even think he would even fight that type of fight. So what I thought, still, like, even if I thought that Crawford was gonna win, I didn't even think he was gonna win that way. I thought he was gonna win a different way.
You thought he was gonna box.
Yes, I thought that those little rounds that he was moving around. I thought he was actually going to fight the majority of the fight like that, and I actually thought he was going to clinch, and he didn't do no clinching whatsoever.
Right. So with that being said,
He didn't clinch at all. I couldn't believe it.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah,
This shit, you can still hear me?
nah, it's doing
This
the
shit gonna
echo
keep
shit.
happening. I'm gonna holler at you. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you later. This shit gonna keep happening, man. I'm
Yeah, all
holler. I
right,
got to answer the phone. Yeah, all right.
no
Okay,
doubt.
dog.
Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed.
Channel if you guys haven't subscribed.
Salute to y'all. Good night. We back with another one.